big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta, and today we have a special guest. No special guest?
Didn't know I need to introduce myself. Hi.
It's fine, it's fine. Alright, so today we have a video that we will talk about a U card from set 11. This is the beautiful lady, and this card, not only that she has a very good skill, she has beautiful art. She's a grade 2, which makes her very flexible, that you could put her in lots of different decks. Before we jump to talk about the art, that's why we have our special guest, we will talk a little bit about the card itself. So it's a grade 2, 10k power, 5k shield. She has intercept. She's from the dark state, and she is a triple rare, and she comes in an FFR version. She has an FFR version. She has the flavors text that said not at all, but only a mate, which could be different things. It could mean that somebody asked her something and she would do it without having a trouble or a problem with that, but it could also just be that she's just being humble. Alright, so we're talking about the lady, which her name is Flamed Blazing Demonic Lady Oriens. I will just call her Lady. Could we call her Lady?
Yeah, I agree on that.
Nah, we just call her beautiful
Make
lady.
the devil may cry, fine.
We'll just call her Lady. Alright, so first let's talk a little bit about the art, right? So she has different colors, but not too much. One thing that is very interesting is they chose the mint green color. Can you see this, guys? You can see it. So they chose the mint green color for the horns, and then it will go back to being purple, and then you could see the hair that's right here. It's very dark purple and very in here like pinkish, light purple,
Magenta.
Yeah. What do you think about the colors? It's interesting choices. They didn't choose lots of different colors, but it still gives different dimension to the card. Front, back.
No, they played good with shadows. They chose to put bright in front, dark on the back.
Yeah.
Which makes it interesting to look at. And I think even apart from the character itself, if you look at the background doesn't distort the character.
Yeah.
So it's very simple, it's very light. There's no purple coming back in it. It's only the purple from the character that's standing out from the background.
Yeah.
Which makes it also easy to look at. They choose very interesting ways to even do this thingy right here.
Yep.
This kind of splash kind of thing, which is nice. Sadly, you don't see it very well in the playmat. You see it, but
a little bit.
It's just not bright enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Overall, it's very nice.
Yeah.
They did a very good job at art, and it's very nice. They play with a lot of dimensions.
Yeah. There is a lot going on when you look at the art, which you would not think so, because it's just a unit or a character and a background. That's it. There's nothing else actually. No other units, nothing else going on, but there's still a lot. Like you have the background, which is very church-like, I would say. That you can see the...
Yeah,
I don't know what you call it in English, but we call it in Dutch...
Loodse ramen.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly how do you call it, or what do you call it in English?
Glass painted windows.
Something like that.
You could.
If you translate it.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, because this is art that you can see in Charlotte, if you know his V art. Oh, give me a second, I'll show it to you. So let's take the V Charlotte for an example, which is this one. And then you can see it's kind of the same background, right? So it's very church-like. But you have also Scatters and Sin, which is for lots of people the best Charlotte art. And what you can see right here is that they choose the same effect as what you have right here, with the splashes of blood or magic or whatever you want to call it, and then you can see down here, yeah, it's like a rose, I would say, that
Yeah,
is
but you see it
scattered.
it's on the other card as well. I think
Yeah.
maybe the like background of the whole idea from the rose is that it's, maybe the splashes aren't splashes. Maybe it's the roses being
Torn apart.
and that there's like juice coming out of it.
Which is, the thing is, when it comes to this card, to Demonic Lady, Ornos, the beautiful thing about her is she's taking a lot from Pale Moon and Dark Regular, so like putting the two arts together. There are some interesting things, like she's not a Workroid but a demon, which is interesting. She could also have been a human, but it means that she has the demonic powers, which could also mean that's where these splashes are coming from. But yeah, the art is very beautiful. As we said, there is a lot going on with this. If you take the FFR out of the sleeve, it's a very, very, very beautiful art. Very beautiful card. You can see the powers that she has right here, the hand that she's making. You can see it a little bit. I hope so. Yeah, you can see it right there.
The details on the card are beautiful, man.
Yeah. You can see it also in here, the hand. Like, there are lots and lots of details put on this card. I think if you have it in real life, just take it out of the sleeve and look at it. Even the normal version is still very good, but the colors are insane. Look at this, like
It's
being very
vibrant.
purpley. Like down here being very, very, very purpley, and then going up from like light purple or pink.
I think they did a very good job at being at having the
Yeah.
gradient.
Yeah.
They did a very good gradient.
From like dark to light to different colors. They chose to make her very pale colory, which will come back in the dress. And then you can see it right here. Even the dress has two colors. There is a lot of difference when it comes to the playmat and the card itself. Actually, the playmat and the card don't have the same colors. As in the card itself, the hair is more red-ish, and here more pink-ish. But yeah, beautiful art, a beautiful card in general, and an interesting skill. So when it comes to the skill, the card has two abilities. The first one and the second one both are old abilities and both work on Vanguard. The first one is when this card is placed on Vanguard other from a card ability, so not Superior Code, just normal card called. If you play the normal order this turn, so +1, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. If you have an order, you can add it to your hand. If it's a unit, you could call it to the field. So that's it. You shuffle your deck. So for Isoul +1, you could add a card to your hand in order, or you could call something to the field. Of course, you need to play in order that turn. The second ability is very simple but very effective. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, Soul +3, draw a card, and gets 5k. You don't have to stay on this part. If you want to go, you can. Because we will go very much into the skill, so this will take a while. Okay, talked about the art, let's talk about the skill. So the first ability is not usable in every deck, but it is very, very, very good in lots of decks. When we talk about Overdress, anything that plays orders and could lose a soul, she's good in that. The second ability, you need to Soul Blast 3. She gained 5k and she needs to attack into a grade 3, which makes her, of course, less good in the early game, but if you have enough soul, you could use it, especially in the late game. When we talk about Bruce, for an example, Bruce is, if you talk about grade 4 Bruce, or the old grade 3 Bruce, so not Viance Bruce, or Vehemence Bruce, then this card is not usable, because you cannot give up 3 soul for 5k and a card. It's not possible. But if you talk about Vehemence Bruce, then I think it is usable. All right, so then we talk about premium, right? So in Bruce or in the V decks, she's usable. In the other, I mean, overdress decks, she's usable. Everything in Dark State that uses orders and could give up some soul, she's good to go. But when we talk about premium, right? Let's talk about premium Spike for an example. This card is insane, especially if we talk about the GB8. Why is she insane? Not only when she attacks, she gains power and she draws your card, but she also soul blasts, which means she's a combo extender, the same as Tier. Alright, what combo? What combo are you talking about, D-Boy? Very simple. You have a combo that you could do with your GB8 that requires you to play a card that is hated by lots of people, especially some of my good friends, which is Bruce. Breach Spruits. So Breach has a ability that said when he attacks, you could put something from your drop zone back to your deck, and he goes to the soul to draw a card, right? But you have, of course, the skill of the GBA that put it to your soul, and you also draw a card. So what happens right here is normally when you attack with Breach, you activate the skill of the GB8, which will give the Breach the extra 10k from the GB8, right? And normally you also have some markers. So let's say that you have 2 force 1s and a force 2. Just like that. You attack with Breach. You give him the skill of the GB8. And then at the end of the battle, you will activate the skill of the GB8. You will put his skill on standby, because his skill to draw a card is not a cost. There is no cost. The cost is already paid by putting a card from your drop zone back to your deck. This goes into your soul with 1 card from your hand. That puts another beautiful lady. And then you call something from your deck, which, let's say for an example, another Breach. You draw a card. So the whole attack is free. You attack again. At the end of the battle, you put, of course, a card from your drop zone back to your deck. You put this into your hand, into your soul, I mean, with a card from your hand, and you call something from your deck, and you draw a card, right? So this could continue on with other units or with breaches, but what I'm trying to explain right here is at one point in time, you will have breaches in your soul. 3 of them, 2 of them, depending on how many breaches you have left. And then you comes to this card. And when this card will attack, you will activate the ability to soul blast the breaches or whatever you have in your soul that is good that you want to put back to your deck. And not only you draw a card, so the whole thing is free, but you have your breaches back into the drop zone. And then you attack with her, put a card from your hand to your soul, and then you will call the last breach, and this breach could continue on the combo. And this costs you nothing. You only need 1 card in your hand to do the full combo. There are some mistakes that you could make. The combo is not that easy. What are the mistakes? The mistakes are you drawing into your last breach. If you do draw into your last breach, then the combo will shut down. Then you need something like a Wonder Boy, something like a Skydiver that could reset the combo. If you do not play any of those, then again, the combo will shut down. So there are some tricks that you could use with that. One of the cards that help you with that is, of course, the Spike Bouncer, or just calling another attacker or another booster. And with that, you will switch between the field to choose to have your last breach on the field. And with that, you will reset the combo with the breach on this side. Boy, that's up to you guys to figure out. If you have trouble with it, if you have tested it and you can't do it, then let me know. I will make a video about it to explain how a turn of the GB8 with the new demonic lady would work. That's it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys enjoyed having our special guests that explained a little bit about the arts and showed us more about the colors and the different dimensions of the art that this card has. And I hope that you guys will get this beautiful playmat as well, because this is, I think for now, becoming one of my favorite playmats of all time. And maybe one of my favorite art of all time, next to the original Charlottes, of course, which is, or one of the original Charlottes. If you guys don't know, I'm a big Charlotte fan. So I do have all different Charlottes in their beautiful SP form. Let's show that. It's a video talk about the art, right? So let's show the Charlottes. So this is the original Charlottes that we have had back in the day. And this guy got a new form, which is the last Charlotte that we have got, which is this one. It's the same Charlotte, but with a new form, a new art. A very beautiful card. And next to this, of course, we have the V version Charlotte. You have the normal SP and the Congrats SP. I have both, of course. And another beautiful art. This is one of my favorites as well, because it has the same background as her, which is kinda he's standing in church or whatever. And then, of course, we have, in my opinion, the best Charlotte art, which is Scattered in Sin. We have the Striped Charlotte. And of course, we have the newest G-era Charlottes. So all these beautiful Charlottes. And in my opinion, this card looks or has a little bit of that element of what Charlotte has, like with the effect that is all around him. This comes back in this card. Of course, the background that he has from the V, the scatters from the rose that he has from this card. You could see it back. I think almost everything. The way she looks, the same as the way this card looks. I don't know about this card. I don't see anything from this here. Maybe the disc with the FFR disc. Up to you guys. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for zooming in our channel. And if you guys want to know more about the card and the uses of the card, you could let us know in the comment section below. But I will not make this video too long, because Lana will kill me, because I think she's hungry and she wants some noodles. So I will end the video right here. Thanks again for watching. Thank you for tuning in our channel, and we will see you next time.